Hi guys, this is Nithar at Crowsong Lodge, and I'm back again with another video. We're really informal today. You can see there's no makeup happening, but I saw a post on social media a couple days ago from someone complaining about how a lot of tarot readers have decks that are kind of bent permanently in the middle instead of being, straight and flat and all that stuff. And this is because people don't know how to riffle after they shuffle. And I have to confess, it makes me twitchy too. I don't judge people for it. I don't think you're a bad person or a bad tarot reader or anything like that, but I do get frustrated and I'm like, oh no, would someone please just show you how to riffle properly to save your cards. And so I thought, damn it, I have a fucking YouTube channel, so I guess that's something that I could actually do, and so that's what we're doing today. I have 3 different deck sizes here to help demonstrate with. I have playing cards. I love my playing cards. I do a ton of playing card readings. I have a standard sized tarot deck. This is the Shadowscapes Tarot. It's my favorite. I'm on my 2nd deck. But it's standard size. And then I have like a dummy thick tarot deck as well. This is the Raven Tarot, and you can see it is significantly larger and the cards are significantly thicker than a regular tarot deck. So we're going to shuffle with these guys just so that I can show you that it can be done with just about any card deck you can fit in your hands, and a lot of the ones you can't. And so let's get to shuffle. So here we go. I'm using kind of a terrible surface. You'd probably want to use like a flat tabletop instead, but we're not doing that today because I'm lazy. I don't exactly have a lot of tables and my desk is a disaster. So I learned on a standard playing card deck when we were younger. We got like really obsessed with different poker games and stuff, and so someone eventually taught me how to riffle properly. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to fan out about half the deck. It doesn't have to be precise, just eyeball it. And when we shuffle, we're going to use our index fingers to kind of push the cards into a curve. Just a gentle curve. You don't have to be like bending your cards all to shit or anything. Just a gentle curve to provide some tension, and then you're just going to let it gradually fall out of your thumbs. And that's going to be a nice shuffle. Now to riffle and kind of undo the damage that we just did with our shuffle, we're going to take the cards and pick them up and bend them the other way, and then just let them fan back out. Just like that. So we bend the cards, and this is the part that actually causes all the curves and bending in your tarot decks and stuff, in your oracle decks or your playing card, whatever you like to shuffle, Lenormand if you will. So we're going to just shuffle and then reverse the arc and let them fan out. And that keeps your cards nice and straight. So they're not curved one way or the other way, and you can get really fast at this and really fancy if you want. It's pretty easy, and it just takes a little bit of practice. Once you get the hang of it, like give it 3 or 4 tries, and once you get the hang of it, you can just practice this a lot. I've practiced shuffling so many times, it's ridiculous. But so that is like the basics for you. Now, I have little tiny child hands. They are really, honestly, about the size of an 11-year-old's because I am a very short person. So with my little tiny baby hands, this is how it works when I shuffle a standard sized tarot deck. Again, this is the Shadowscapes Tarot. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm reaching about halfway through the deck. I'm already bracing it with my index finger. I'm going to flip this around this way because I am very picky about making sure all my cards go the same way. So you can see this is the bottom of this card, this is the top of this card, and when I put them together, the bottoms will line up together. It'll be very nice, and I will be very happy about it. When I am shuffling a deck that uses reversals, I will actually like flip this side around. And I always do it on my left side because that's just like what I always do. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to press the centers with our index fingers and then kind of let them fall out of our thumbs. And then the same thing, we're just going to pick it back up, bend it the other way, and then let it fan out the bottom. And as you can see, my deck is still nice and straight, although you can see that it has like all sorts of personality in it now because I have been using it for years. So you just shuffle that and get really comfortable with it. And you see my little baby hands are doing just fine with it. So full ass tarot deck shouldn't be a problem for anyone who doesn't have some kind of hand issues or whatever. Although I will say that I have nerve issues up and down my arms because of my previous corporate career, and I can still shuffle just fine, even though I am now just barely able to use a pen to write with again. So I've been able to shuffle a lot longer and then write with my nerve damage. Now you can see this is the Raven Tarot, and I can see that we're using reversals with this. As I flip through, some of the cards are upright and some of the cards are not. I'm not going to get very far this way. This is too long for my hands here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it widthwise instead. And it's a little tougher because these, like I said before, these are some thick cards. They're thick and they're hefty, and they're just kind of, they're laminated too. Like the coating on them is really thick, so they're really slippery, and sometimes they build up a lot of static. So we kind of flip them around because this uses reversals once again, and you'll see I'm going widthwise on them because these cards are so big that I can actually get like a bend going here, and I just need like a little baby bend. I don't need like a huge ass bend to make a proper shuffle. And so, whoops, that one went badly. So I'm going to shuffle it in there and then bend it the opposite way, and it goes. These thicker decks take a little bit more coordination to do. And this one is especially awful because this plastic coating is really sticky. But yeah, so you can actually get that done too. The other thing you can do if you're having a really hard time, or maybe you just don't like the riffle at the end, is you can, and I used to do this for a long time before I learned to do it the other way, is you can shuffle in one direction. Whoops, I'm not going to do that this time. But then you can also like turn your deck over and shuffle it in the opposite direction. And this will help undo the bending that you do. Now, if you're doing this, I would like bend it this way 3 or 4 times, and then I would finish my shuffling with the cards turned away from me. So like shuffle it 3 times that way, and then just shuffle it a couple times this way just to get a good shuffle going, and so that I have no idea what any of the card positions are. And so yeah, this is also like a lot of what I end up doing after I do a reading for someone in person, where they actually handle my cards. People get really, really weird about it. They'll either just like do a full-on shuffle with a riffle, or they'll be like doing the shuffle of a million cuts kind of thing, where you just like make 8,000 piles and then pick them up in whatever order makes you happy. And then they'll just do that like 4 or 5 times. And I know some tarot readers and whatever out there are like very protective of their cards, and they don't want people to touch them or shuffle them or bend them in any way whatsoever. And if that's you, that's totally fine. I'm not telling you have to do it another way. I'm just saying if you're tired of your decks having a bend in the middle, this is another way that you can kind of shuffle to make that bend go away and keep your deck looking fairly newish and clean and easier to fit into fancy boxes and whatnot. So that's it. That's all I have to say about that. I hope you found it super helpful. And if you do, like, show someone else how to do it too, so they don't have any problems either. Slight delay on the next podcast episode and the other YouTube videos that I have planned, because I finally have decided to move away from having a desktop, because actually working at my desk is continuing to hurt my back really bad. So I have finally broken down and ordered a laptop like a month ago, and I'm waiting for it to arrive now. So hopefully once that arrives and I won't be killing my back at my desk all the time, we will have more content happening. So I hope you guys are doing well. I will be back soon-ish. Laptop's supposed to arrive next week, so hopefully we'll be having new videos and stuff up next week. And I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves and staying safe out there. Nathara at Croissant Lodge. See ya.